Us further stories from the economic world. We now move on where Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to visit China for the first time in more than 7 years. A government source revealed today, signalling a possible easing of tensions with Beijing amid growing strain with the United States. Modi's visit will coincide with a summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, scheduled to begin on August the 31st. Modi's trip comes at a time when India's relationship with the US is facing its most significant crisis in years. This follows President Trump imposing the highest tariffs on Indian goods among Asian countries and then imposing an extra 25% just today. The Prime Minister's visit to the Chinese city of Tianjin for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit will be his first since the June of 2018. Sino-Indian relations have since soured, particularly after a military clash along the disputed Himalayan border in 2020. We're now once again joined by Ambassador Dayal to discuss this further. Ambassador Dayal, how significant is the fact that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be now going to China, and is the United States the main reason for a sort of repair in relations? How do you think Modi in China is going to look and possibly bring relations forward?
No, I don't think that Prime Minister Modi's visit to China would in any way be a cause of concern to the United States. At least it should not be. You know, India follows a policy of multi-alignment and strategic autonomy. India has a very complex relationship with China, and tensions at the border don't seem to be coming down. In fact, there have been, several efforts made to find a long-term solution, but these have failed because the Chinese covet Indian territory, and they are not prepared to accept the reality of the situation, that what they want from India is Indian territory. Now, Prime Minister's visit is for the summit meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. It's a multilateral meeting, and important players in this organization, apart from India and China, are Russia and several countries of Central Asia, Pakistan, Iran. So it is a complex grouping of countries which are in India's neighborhood. And it's important that India maintains a dialogue with them in the multilateral setting. The idea being cooperation, how to further cooperation. However, of course, there could be a bilateral meeting between the leaders of India and China. And if that happens, certainly the border issues could be discussed. So the attempt is to de-escalate tensions with China. It is not because of any sort of factor which is influencing the relationship with the United States. So the visit would not be directed or at all hostile in any sense to the United States. The visit would be more regional in nature, to further regional cooperation, and if possible, to find some solutions to the border issues with China.
Peter Cordello, I wanted to bring you back into this. Obviously, India and China have both faced huge tariffs from the United States under the Trump administration. Is there risk that due to these tariffs on India, and of course, if the US and China talks fall through in Stockholm by that later on deadline this month, is it possible that these Trump tariffs will isolate the US economy in that regard, especially away from Asia?
Well, the possibility exists, but do I think it's going to happen? No. Asia needs the United States, and to a certain degree, the United States needs Asia as well. Now, tariffs, generally speaking, if they linger for a long period of time, creates protectionism. And we know that protectionism is not the right way to go. No man is an island, not even the United States. So I think, as I said previously, through diplomacy or through direct negotiations, that they will find a solution. And just like, the United States between is it negotiating with China, and according to President Trump, they're pretty much close to a deal. And so I think, the process is taking a hard line approach, which eventually softens, and that's how deals are made.
Yes, thank you very much. We will continue to keep you posted and updated on that developing situation as we move on. The Swiss government has confirmed that there are no scheduled